Pro Golf. List takes lead at CJ Cup in South Korea. Luke List fired a 5-under 67 to take a one-stroke lead after the second round of the CJ Cup on Friday in Jeju, South Korea. List, who is trying to win on the US PGA Tour for the first time, carded 5 birdies, including one on the par 5 ninth, his final hole, to move to 9 under. Three-time tour winner Lucas Glover compensated for 2 bogeys with 7 birdies in a 67 and was tied for second with Scott Brown, who had a 70. Justin Thomas, a day after firing a 63 for the first-round lead, had a 74 to slip into a share of fourth with Australian Cameron Smith, 68, at 7 under. Jason Day also struggled, shooting a 74 to fall back to 24th at 2 under. Shin, Ji top LPGA leaderboard in Taiwan. Jenny Shin shot a 5-under 67 for a share of the lead with Eun-Hee Ji after the second round of the Taiwan Championship in Taipei. Shin offset a pair of bogeys with 7 birdies at Miramar Resort and Country Club, including a birdie finish. First-round leader Ji made 2 bogeys and 2 birdies early, but birdied the par 5 18th for a 71. Tennis. Gorges vs Kasatkina in Kremlin Cup final. German Julia Gorges will attempt to end a 6-year wait for a title when she faces Daria Kasatkina of Russia in the Kremlin Cup final in Moscow. The 7th-seeded Gorges recovered from a second-set slump to beat Russian Natalia Vikaliantseva 6-2, 2-6, 7-5 in their semi-final. Victory for Gorges in Saturday's final would end a run of 6 losses in final stretching to 2011, when she won in Stuttgart. 3 of those losses came in the space of 2 months this summer. In the men's draw, Damir Dzumhur of Bosnia and Herzegovina made the semi-finals by defeating 2012 champ Andreas Seppi of Italy 4-6, 6-2, 6-4. Wimbledon champion Garbine Muguruza is the WTA Player of the Year, and US Open champion Sloane Stephens is the Comeback Player of the Year. The Women's Tennis Tour announced the annual honors Friday. The awards are voted on by members of the media. Pro Baseball. Tigers part ways with right-hander Sanchez. The Detroit Tigers are declining their $16 million option on right-hander Anibal Sanchez. General Manager Al Avila confirmed that after the team's news conference to introduce new manager Ron Gardenhire. Sanchez went 3-7 with a 6.41 ERA in 2017. College football. Number 25 Memphis rallies to beat Houston. Riley Ferguson passed for 471 yards and had a 21-yard touchdown pass with 1:28 left. Patrick Taylor rushed for a career-high 4 touchdowns, and visiting Memphis overcame a 17-point deficit to beat Houston 42-38 on Thursday night. Ferguson was 33 of 53 and found Sean Dykes to cap an 8-play, 80-yard drive that took 149 to give Memphis 6-1, 3-1 American its only lead. Anthony Miller caught 10 passes for 178 yards, and Tony Pollard had 9 catches for 91 yards. Houston fell to 4-3, 2-2. College basketball. Louis Bills Paget promotes Evans. Interim coach David Paget of Louisville has promoted R.J. Evans to acting assistant coach. The announcement of Evans' promotion comes a day after Paget introduced Greg Paulus as an assistant coach. Evans worked under Rick Pitino, who was fired earlier this week. Evans was given on-court responsibilities after assistants Kenny Johnson and Jordan Fair were placed on paid administrative leave. The moves were made after the school acknowledged last month that the program is being investigated in a national federal probe of corruption in college basketball. Louisville's Athletic Association fired Pitino on Monday after 16 years.